Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, thank you for being here. We got people in the chat. We love you. We love you. Theo, Poetic Justice, Bradley Miller, everybody who's been waiting. We are so glad that you are here. I am delayed because I was with Angela Rott and the State of the People Power Tour. We had a 9 and 10 o'clock creators panel, but it went over a little bit because we kept getting breaking news. Tiffany, you know, it's about to go to the flow. It's about to go to the flow for the vote.
It's on the floor, and they are trying to convince somebody to vote because the last time I looked, they had 4 no's, but
It's
they
done. Yeah,
need.
I think they got 4 no's.
Yeah, well, they look like I'm looking at Jake Sherman now. It says Greg Murphy of North Carolina voted yes on the rules, so I think they got enough votes now to move forward, so they can start debate.
Oh, so it did get enough. I thought
I
they
think
did.
I think it's gonna have enough at this point,
Yeah.
but that again, this is only
Okay.
one procedural vote to bring us to the next
Right.
vote.
Well, I thought that Republicans, it said Republicans just lost a fourth vote. Excuse me, Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania. And I want you guys to know that we were targeting people all day. We were begging for constituents to call their representatives. And Brian Fitzpatrick was one of the people that we were begging people to call. And so that was 4 no votes against the bill. The math now says fail. They're at 216. They needed 217. Only one more deflection was needed. So maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to continue, but Lord,
It's too
uh,
much. It's too much. It's so stupid because we know in the end they are going to cave. So what is it that you this is 7 hours. It was 7 hours that vote was held open until we got to this vote. And we don't know what these people are asking for. They're not giving us information, but clearly they want something. And it's a bad look. Like you said, y'all have been going at them all day. People have been blowing up the phones. They're scared. I thought Josh Shapiro, you said Brian Fitzpatrick, they did a great job of he had like a chart of all of the people that were going to, like, all of the Congress people and the impacts for that on the Medicaid. And I think that's important for them to be able to do that because listen, people don't really know what's going on. We know that the polling is bad on this, but a lot of people just really don't understand this bill and what it's going to do.
well,
And
that's what
that's
we're going to
scary.
talk about. That is the whole entire point of tonight's show. So it's been a lot of information to siphon through. I think I don't think I know. Over the course of 51 hours of supporting the State of the People Power Tour, maybe I'm a damn expert on this bill. I know this bill all 1,000 pages. I have seen things in this bill that I didn't know because no one's
Right.
talking about it. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Glad that everyone's here. Kenny's on the way. He is on the way. He is popping in shortly. He just texted. We know, Kenny, calm down. You're on the way. We have 309 people who are watching us. You are
Hello,
right there with us,
hello.
and we're thankful. But most of them are on to the damn Twitter. People, please, if you are on the Twitter, join any one of our different platforms. You can pick one, baby. You can watch on my channel, The Zactivist. You can watch on Kenny's channel, Kenny K. Wilder in 1993, or Candidly Tip. You can pick any one of these channels to watch. And but we want you to subscribe and follow all three. We need the numbers. We need to grow. We need to be getting some level of support for the work that we do. I want to start off right here with this video, people, that Kenny dropped on the day that this advanced. And so I want to share this because this is how it started.
So they did it. Republicans in the Senate, they did it. They passed it, that busted ass BBL smell ass goddamn bill that's going to kick 17 mil off of their health insurance. And I want y'all to remember this couch fucker's face, the same fucking face that broke the damn tie in the damn Senate that's going to ruin our lives. Name a worse downgrade than this. We had Vice President Kamala Harris. The only thing I could probably name is when they replaced Rebecca Romaine with Jennifer Lawrence to play Mystique in X-Men. And I know what y'all are thinking, well, this doesn't affect me. I'm not on Medicaid. I don't need none of this. But what about your damn energy? The reason why I brought up Kamala Harris is because when she was in office and when she was vice president, she broke the tie-breaking vote to pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which capped the cost of insulin, lowered energy costs, and also decreased our greenhouse emissions. With the provisions that's in this bill, your electric bill could go up by 8 or 10%. It's too hot for this. This is a big fucking deal. Do I smell bacon or is your back baking? Please get your shit in gear and call this number here. Just because it passed the Senate doesn't mean it's going to pass through Congress. You can call this number and tell them to vote no to this hoe.
Every time I watch this video, I die. And it started when he called JD Vance a CF. and it
Mhm.
just kept
The
rolling.
fat face. The fat face gets me every time.
It kept rolling. People, this bill made it out of the Senate, and it is still as egregious as ever. We are looking, I think, Tiffany, we're looking at up to 14. Let me just pull up my dang notes so I can just be
I
clear.
know. We all got notes in our phone, screenshots, the whole 9 yards.
We're looking at over 840,000 jobs lost immediately, millions of jobs lost over the course of 10 years. We're looking at more than 14 million people who could lose health care, more than 4 million fewer people who are going to receive SNAP benefits, and $4 trillion in tax cuts for the rich. That's just the beginning, people. That is just the beginning. The beginning. When you have looked at the bill and as you've seen things come through, Tiffany, what are some things that's giving you the greatest level of shock and awe?
Well, there's quite a few that's driving me a little bit crazy. So one of them is the student loan piece of it. I don't think that as much as people fought about that, that's really scary because people are not going to be able to go to grad school. I don't think they realize that. But
Break
they're not.
that down, Tiffany. Stop right there. People don't know. That is one of the things in the bill that people don't know. No one's talking about the fact that this bill impacts student loans. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, so I was looking at this morning. So it says that basically a lot of people take grad plus loans. They are eliminating grad plus loans. So
Medical
people
school, law school,
medical school,
master's,
there is a
PhD.
max now that you would have to be able to take. So it is 100,000 lifetime for graduate students unsubsidized. That is not going to cover medical. My cousin went to his medical school, and he even go to a top medical school. It was for almost $400,000 that he has in debt. That 100,000 ain't gonna cover it. So what are people? How are we going to get doctors?
You are not going to have people who are coming from poverty. Okay. Like I grew up
Exactly.
in a trailer on a dirt road in Mississippi. And without federal financial student aid, there was no way I would have become Dr. Zachary Kirk. So you're not going to have that possibility in the lifetime of the next Dr. Zachary Kirk. And that is by design. And they're doing this to cut the legs out from under people who are not born into means.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then not only that, they're capping the borrowing for federal parent student loans. So there is a cap on how much students can take, but there's also a cap on how much parents can take. So I had to take out loans for my daughter, and they're capping that at 20,000 per year and 65,000 a lifetime. So a parent can only take but so much. So what do you do if you're a parent and you can't take enough out for your kid? You're talking about schools that cost $40,000 a year, and you're saying 65,000 per lifetime. What is that going to, that is devastating for, like you said, not even people that are in poverty, but kids that are in the middle class, that their parents have to subsidize with loans their education. This is not okay. And it's the rich kids are going to be able to go. Those legacy kids are going to be able to go. Their parents can afford to pay out of pocket. Most people can't. So how do you make up for that piece in the middle? Like your
You
kid is
can't.
getting to you, like your kids are going to have to go to state schools, but even
Your
state
kid's gonna
schools
have to
are
get a black. Your
expensive.
kid's gonna have to go out there and get one of those black jobs that Donald Trump was talking about.
Yeah.
One
And
of
it's
the
going to
jobs you're gonna
yeah,
be
but
working in blueberry farms.
yeah, what is going to force people to have to do is to go to community college first, which there's nothing wrong with that. But that is going to be the thing that will have to accelerate the middle class,
That's
because
right.
people are not going to be able to afford to go to a 4-year school off the jump.
That's
It's
right.
not going to work.
We brought up an issue that clearly I'm looking at the comments. People don't know about this. I will make a video. I will make a video tonight after this recording and post it first thing in the morning so you can see that provision. Provided the bill doesn't pass, we still have a fighting chance. Tisa said Kenny's writing it so great. Tisa, let me tell you something, boo. Kenny didn't write that. That's the beauty of Zachary. Okay. When I sit my butt down to make a video, it is scripted. Okay. I sit down, I write a script, and I'm going in most cases, and then I'm going to use the script as a guideline. Kenny does not make a script. Kenny hates scripting. Kenny brings that everything that Kenny says and the lyrical beauty of his work is from the dome. And I have to give that way more respect than what I do. He is all, I mean, in the moment, he has not written down a single thing. I have seen him do it myself in my house. Someone said here, 5 million college, $20,000 a year.
Yeah, we can't.
And
We
someone
can't.
said
That's not
here,
doesn't exist. It doesn't
right, let
exist
me tell you something,
anymore.
baby. For the lifetime of the child, there. Let me tell you something. There is no more. Like, Shayla, my Shayla. There is no more parent loans, boo. If this bill passes, there will be no more parent plus loans.
Yeah, it's
They're
20. It's so
eliminated.
yeah, it's 20,000 per year and then 65,000 per lifetime. So if
The
your child's
lifetime.
in college for 4 years and your college, let's say your kid is 80 is like let's say 40,000 per year. That's now 4 times 4 years. That's 160,000, and you can only subsidize 65. Well, I guess that's per child. I'm assuming,
No,
Shayla.
it's per child. But listen, but mama, you can't get a loan and pay for your baby's education anymore. Parents were that's gone. It will be the only person who can get one will be the child.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is the interest on those loans are not cheap, right? I think mine for my daughter was like 7%. So it's horrible. And then there's also the SAVE program. They're eliminating the SAVE program.
Gone.
So that's another thing that will be gone it says 20, hold on, I got to pick the thing here. It says 2027 to 2028. Like there's a whole thing that they are putting into place where so it says the SAVE program, if you're enrolled, my daughter's enrolled in SAVE program, says these changes will affect those who take on student loans from July 1st, 2026 onward, and SAVE plan borrowers as an appeals court block. As you know, there's in the courts. Under the Republican Republicans plan, SAVE borrowers will have between July 2026 and July 2028 to choose a new plan. And there's only going to be two plans. One is going to be the income-driven repayment, and the other is going to be a standard plan. This is going to cost people more money. People bitch and complain and were worried about student loans, and a lot of people did thankfully get their student loans to be canceled. But what we are going to see now is that people are going to have to struggle, not to mention that they are going to start garnishing people's checks. So there is a lot that is happening with student loans that is not being talked about by the media at all. And people are going to be in for a rude awakening come next year when they are going to, have to start paying these loans back. And they also are going to try to take a loan. But there is so much more on this grid here. I mean, I think the most devastating is the Medicaid cuts. I think that is, the crazy part is,
and the way it's going to trickle out, like not, it's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt rural communities. People who have health insurance won't be able to get health care because your local hospitals are going to shut down.
Exactly. That is, and the thing is that people are not going to feel this immediately. Some of it you will see immediately, but some of it, like the work requirements and things like that, that's not going to kick in until 2027. So people are going to think they're skating by, but then they're going to realize, oh snap, what are we going to do now? I'm going to lose my coverage. And as Andy Harris, that pain in the ass that's in my state, the congressman said, go get a job. That is their slogan. They said, if you're a 35-year-old able-bodied person, you need to go get a job. Most people that are on Medicaid right now have a job. But what's going to happen to them is they're going to have to pay more money in co-pays.
And if they do not have a job, it's because they can't work.
Right.
If they do not have a job, people, it's because they can't work because of medical challenges, because of health challenges. What kind of country are we? What kind of country are we? We cannot take care of the people who are not able to take care of themselves.
Yeah. And I read here, and the thing is, the Senate bill, we were thinking, okay, it's going to go to the Senate and maybe they'll make some changes that will make this bill a little bit better. But to me, they made the damn bill worse. And that's crazy to me. They are going to increase the debt ceiling to $5 trillion. It was supposed to be 4 in the House bill. The Medicaid cuts are even worse in the Senate bill. Like there is a lot that is not, and they rushed this so quickly through that there's a lot that people just don't even know that's in the bill, and it's freaking ridiculous.
And Jersey Rican came up and talked about the amount of money in there for ICE centers. I mean, listen, I want people. I hate to say it. I was trying to wait on Kenny because he's on the way, but I was waiting on Kenny to bring this up. Listen, I need y'all to understand. They've allocated, I think, $45 billion for new detention centers like Alligator Auschwitz. Okay, they put that in the bill. That money is there. They're putting in additional money, like I think it's like 28 billion for or more for increased border security. They are sitting here right now unable to meet their quotas of migrants to this country because the numbers that they swore that existed, they don't exist. They were fucking lies. As Michael Jackson said, it's all lies. None of it's true. In the Michael Jackson meme that we've seen all over social media, it wasn't true. It's no stream of steady illegals that have crossed the border and stormed our streets under Joe Biden. It wasn't true. It's not true. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. And so now that, and they know it's not there, but yet they're still putting this money there and they're still building alligator Alcatraz. Who do you think they're going to put in alligator Alcatraz? Stephen Miller sat here and said he wanted 100 million white people left in America. Where my black ass going?
Right.
Where's my black ass going? Who do you think they're finna feed to the alligators?
Right. And
alligator Alcatraz.
And then this crazy lady, Laura Loomer, talking about 65 million people need to be eaten by the alligator, by damn alligators. Who the hell? She talking about, oh, that's just the immigrant. There's not 65 million immigrants in this country. You were talking about Latinos. Don't get it twisted. So I saw people calling her out about that today. It's just, it's the cruelty.
She don't give a damn.
She don't care about nothing. Yeah, listen, Jigsaw don't care about none of that. Okay, she gonna do whatever she wants to do. But it's just the fact that these people are so cold and they're so callous and they're so reckless with their words that at this point they could say whatever they want, and who was gonna stop them? There's no one to stop them. And people are bitching and complaining on Twitter and social media saying, why aren't the Dems doing anything? What the hell do y'all want the Democrats to do? I'm trying to understand.
I want you to tag me and every one of them you tag me. If there is somebody to tag, I am the one to tag. Listen, people, when people want to sit up here and say, what are the Democrats doing? I want you to see what they're doing. Right here. Right here. Wait. Okay.
Need the health insurance versus the right for profit.
Yeah, see, they say they're pro-life because they want the baby to be born, go to school, and get shot in the school. Die in the school, die on the street. No. That is what they say.
I move to strike his words.
We were going to be quiet, but you've gone over now.
I meant every word.
We are going to strike your words. But on the other hand, it might be good to leave your words. Might be good to leave your words. Because that's how you feel. But you are not going to come into this room and impugn our integrity. You will not. Pro-life people, from conception to natural death, most of us are. And don't you come in here and say, we want to preserve life so people can get shot.
That's what I've seen.
Are you through, Miss Ledger Fernandez? I hope so.
Yo, Virginia Fox is crazy, okay?
She is, like, you know what I'm saying, straight up the mountains of North Carolina. She is, and that was like to be one of these ridiculous moments. Tiffany, when they say what are the Democrats doing, I've been so busy with the State of the People Power Tour. I got to make a video. So I got two videos to make. One about the student loans if the bill doesn't pass, which we know perfectly won't. And then what let me tell you right here, plain as day, when you want to say, what have the Democrats done? Let me get big for a minute. So I break this down. I'm going to read it and tell you. When you ask let me get a better graphic up. Hold on. Bear with me, people. Let me get a better graphic. That's me. We ain't ready for that. Let me give you a better graphic. Let's go to the main graphic, right? Let's give you the 11th hour, the fight to stop the one big beautiful bill. When you sit here and you have people ask, what have Democrats done? You damn clip this and you share number one. Our Democrats in Congress have followed every single legal measure they have at their disposal to stop this. They have done unanimous opposition both in the House and the Senate. Democrats have maintained strict party discipline, unheralded party discipline. When you have traitors and turncoats like Chuck Schumer and the Golden of Maine voting unanimously against the bill and working to keep their caucus unified against this bill. They have employed every single delaying tactics that's available. Democrats in the House have actively been trying to delay passage by exploiting divisions among Republicans and using them to their advantage to extend this out as long as possible so that it does not make it to the July 4th deadline that Donald Trump has set. They have used the different procedural methods leveraging parliamentarian rules, where they made the parliamentarian of the Senate read out all 1,000 pages of the bill. Unheard of. But they did it because they know the value and the importance of delaying this and getting more support from the people. They have been delaying this. They have been using these tactics to build up ground support from the people, to make sure the people are educated on this bill because it's not popular. They know that if people know what this government is doing to them, what the Trump administration is doing to them, what the Republicans are doing to them, they will fight back. So all of that is why they have done this. They have put in the highest level of public messaging that I have seen around a bill ever in my life. Just today alone, the Congressional Black Caucus staged sit-ins. They did rallies on the Capitol steps. They did like this weird type of caucus parade where they all lined up to speak. And they made sure that the content creators knew about it and were sharing the information in real time. It's been, when I tell you that my phone has been on the charger all day because of the chats and the group chats and the WhatsApps and all the messages that are coming in about this and this and this and this. It's been nonstop. It has been nonstop. Okay. So what more could they have done? Nothing. The failure here is not on the Democrats. The failure here is on the American people. This is our fault. This is our fault for giving a majority of each house to the Republicans. And the Democrats can't undo that. This isn't 2020 when Nancy Pelosi had control of the House. It's a different day, and we have to live and live with that and make sure that it flips back in 2026, knowing that Republicans are going to cheat. They're going to suppress votes. They're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to call for bomb threats out of China and Russia. They're going to do God knows what they're going to do, but they're going to do it. And we have to be bigger and better than that as the people, not as Democrats, but as the people when the time comes.
Yeah, I'm looking at all of this, and I don't understand why he's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Kenny.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Look, I'm under the weather, you guys. I said I'm gonna try to
baby.
force myself to be here.
Well, we're happy you're here, honey. Yeah, no, I'm watching this vote and I'm just like, it looks like Mark Green, one of the congressmen, he decided on the Republican side, decided to vote, but he says he's retiring after the reconciliation bill. Like, they are literally crazy.
They know that this is it, okay?
They know there's no going back from this. You have no choice. You could vote for it, and then everybody's gonna be gone because they know they're gonna get primaried, or they know Elon is coming for them. I mean, let's be real. That crazy fool's coming for them. They know that they're not going to be able to deal with, unless they're in a super duper red seat. I got to see where this guy is at. They may not be reelected. They might get primary. They may lose in general election. They are being bullied into voting for this bill because Donald Trump needs this bill to sign tomorrow, apparently, or on 4th of July. This is when he has to have this bill by 4th of July. Remember, we had this conversation a long time ago. This is when he has to have it. And guess what? He's probably going to get it because these people are punks. It is what it is.
And again, I think Theo brought up about her friend, dear friend Haley. Theo, let me tell you something. We're gonna pray for Haley, and we're gonna hope that the state mechanisms that are in place will provide the support and the help that every sick person needs, right? So I know, Theo, I know that you're here in the Atlanta area, so prayerfully Haley also is here, and we know that we have good hospitals and we have good systems in place, and hopefully they will hold. But there will be people who are going to lose their health insurance. There are people who are going to lose their Medicaid coverage, and they're going to lose their ACA access. That's going to happen. That's going to be inevitable. And what will happen is what I think would be more likely is that not that Haley won't get treatment for leukemia, is that Haley would have never even known that she had leukemia, because there will be people who are going to be afraid to go to the hospital because of the cost. Just the basic care will be a deterrent for so many Americans after this passes. And that is the even bigger concern. And I think it's important for us as content creators to put that humanistic element to what we're seeing and what we're experiencing. But Kenny, before you got here, we talked about the student loan impact, and we talked about how people are going to lose, access to higher education. We talked about the large amounts of money being put in this bill for border security and more concentration camps like Alcatraz. But one thing that we haven't yet talked about is the environment. And you know how I feel about the environment. And if y'all don't know how I feel about the environment, I'm gonna tell y'all after this video.
Have you read the bill? Have you read the bill? See, I know about the Medicaid impact. I know about the SNAP impact. I know about the student loan impact, but the environmental impact, I really had no idea until Elon Musk went nuclear on Twitter and posted this. The environmental impact of the One Big Beautiful Bill is disastrous. It is a full-blown attack on our communities, on our climate, and on our future. This bill will eliminate clean energy tax credits that are currently creating jobs and lowering energy costs for people all across this country. This bill will slash grants from the Inflation Reduction Act, programs that are literally cleaning up pollution and protecting communities on the front lines of environmental injustice. This bill will cut funding for environmental justice programs that serve the very communities hit hardest by climate change.
Like Cancer Alley.
You're wondering why they are doing this? They are doing this so they can give even more tax breaks to billionaires and kickbacks to polluting industries, because this bill is raising the deficit, not reducing it. This bill isn't about balancing a budget. It is about selling out our future. It means higher energy prices for working families, fewer clean energy jobs, and more toxic pollution in our air and water, all while the rich get richer. So here's what we have to do. Call your member of the House of Representatives right now and tell them to vote no on this big, bad budget bill. It takes less than 2 minutes. You can go here, earthjustice.org, enter your phone number, and simply click call me. When you're connected, you can say your name and where you live, that you oppose the budget bill, and that you want your representative to vote no on any legislation that raises the energy prices, kills jobs, and destroys our public lands. And that you expect them to fight for us and not the polluters and not the billionaires, but for the people. And if you're leaving a voicemail, have you read the...
So, and we'll come back to old Diddy in a minute, but if we get to Diddy, Tiffany. But, I didn't know that all the protections for the environment, like including drilling, they're going to drill in the Arctic. They're going to drill,
They
baby.
literally just roll back the Inflation Reduction.
They're going to give away. They're going to give away land.
Basically, yeah, everything in the inflation. The whole bill is taking away the Inflation Reduction Act. It's like it's never even existed. All the things that people fought for, all these environmental justice folks that they fought for, is going to be washed away. And that's crazy to me. But a lot of this is just spite. They just want to spite. Think about the fight that we had about the Arctic and the drilling and the shit that they were putting on Joe Biden with those court cases, all gone. It's like not even happen. It didn't even happen. It's so frustrating.
You know what? I try to tell people you don't know you have a good thing until it's gone. And it's just truly, it's just like it's night and day. It's like daylight versus darkness. Because when Kamala Harris was vice president, she broke the tie-breaking vote, which is polar opposite to pass the Inflation Reduction Act. Now you got J.D. Vance breaking the tie-breaking vote in the Senate to try to, strip away all these clean and renewable energy initiatives. And also, like you said in the video, driving up the cost of energy. Right now, we are seeing like record highs when it comes to heat waves right now. And you've got people who live in like Arizona and very hot areas that could possibly die due to heat related deaths due to this. And we need our AC. Like, I don't know about you, but it says, like, I was looking up the statistic and it said that energy costs could increase by 8 to 10%. My electric bill, and I'm just in just a 1-bedroom apartment, it's already too high for me. So imagine these people who have houses, imagine our elderly, imagine our most vulnerable. These people will literally die, you guys. And I don't understand why people don't understand this and why everybody isn't in a ruckus right now about what's happening.
Yeah, and they took away some of the subsidies. Like people were getting discounts on their energy bills, and they took that away too. I mean, I already know my this month for us in Maryland, it's been hot as hell. Like June was hot as hell. I don't even want to see what my BGE is going to be. So if you're saying 10% on top of that, my bill's usually about $200. So you're talking, you're going to add a significant amount of money to my bill that I'm going to now have to pay per month, and that's only in the summertime. There's also winter time too, right? Where
Come
you have
on.
to, the heat is gonna, my heat is not gas, it's electric. The people are going to pay more money. Where the fuck are people supposed to get this money from? You're not giving people, where people are, we see that jobs today. We saw the job, a real job report. I guess it's coming out either tomorrow or Friday, but we see that people are losing their jobs. So where are they supposed to get the money to be able to afford to live? And when we talk about affordability, where are they getting the money from? You're hiking everything up. Food is up. God, food is so expensive. I don't
What's
understand.
one thing, Tiffany, that you've seen that was a shock? I want I want everybody to give one food item, include in the chat, people. Give us one food item that you have noticed it like hike, because I feel like people go grocery shopping and they're just buying and they may not be looking, and then all of a sudden it hits you. But when there's always that one thing that you go to buy when you want just that one thing, and you're like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah, mine was ground beef because I was in the supermarket on Sunday, and I always go to my bougie supermarket, which is Wegmans. But then I say, you know what? Yeah, because I am below bougie. I don't like going to my local
Wegmans is good
supermarket.
stuff, and they got good stuff.
Yeah, Wegmans is like,
No, we
more, they
don't
got
have
more.
that in Georgia.
Oh yeah, it's more like more organic stuff. But the one around the corner from my house is Weiss, and I don't like going there. But I went there because of convenience. That's where you usually go for convenience. And I went in there to go get myself some. I was like, let me get some ground beef. Let me make these quesadillas that I was craving for. Right. I looked at the damn ground beef, and that shit said $11.99, and I was like, "Are y'all on crack?" I'm like, I guess we're gonna be having cheese quesadillas today because ain't no way I'm paying $11.99 for this little ass pack of meat. I
Child,
was
you're gonna have to
surprised
get out your way.
because usually when I go to Wegmans, I usually get they usually have like the pack that's it's like a square pack. This was like a pack that they obviously made, and I just couldn't believe. Usually it's like $8.90. It was $8.99 a few months ago, and when I saw, because I don't really like to eat ground beef that much, but when I saw that it was $11.99, I was like, I know y'all are crazy. I'm not paying, and it was a small pack of fucking meat.
Oh my God. People, and Jersey Weekend is, people are getting ready for the holiday. People are going to be grilling. $8 for hot dogs is insane. $11 for a small pack of ground beef, crazy. And somebody said what I was going to say. You said a pint of ice cream. Yeah, I went to get my pint of ice cream. I went to get. I was like, I'm gonna get me a pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. No, it's not. It's Ben and Jerry's. Only like one flavor they have. That's a strawberry cheesecake. $6.99 for a pint. I'm like, what the hell? Like, my greedy ass got a pack of Doritos too, and that was like $6 too. When Doritos cost $6, throw RFK away.
Everything's expensive. Every fucking thing. The only thing that's kind of stabilized is gas, but even that is going up too. Because that was like at one point it was like $2.89, and now it's like $3.20 something. Like, where are we supposed to get this money from? This is what I'm trying. If you are struggling, where the fuck are you getting the money from?
And the jobs are going away. Microsoft just announced a whole new phase out of another round of layoffs. The jobs report came out today. What's that drunk lady name on Fox News? They say she be drunk. Allegedly, Kenny and I had a whole talk about that.
She's not there anymore. She's the DC.
Oh, she is. Okay? So it was another woman. I don't watch Fox News. All them,
they
all look like. Is it Janine? Janine is the one.
Janine Pirro was the one that they put in as a DC attorney, but now I don't know who's there.
Yeah,
is it the one with the glasses? Is it the white girl with the glasses?
Yeah,
not Jessica, but the other one.
She older, so she was on Janine. Janine, it was. Thank you.
I think it was
catch my whiff. Hopefully, what we catch and smell good. Which I know is I guess the nose of the beholder. But with the this morning when I woke up, I was scrolling Twitter and it had her when she was saying we got the jobs report coming in. We're looking at 100,000 jobs being added, but oh my God, it's 30,000 less jobs. It was actually like 33,000 fewer jobs lost in the jobs report. So that is now the reality of where we are. I can't. And here's what's fucked up, people. If Joe Biden was president, we would have been in a recession in April. Do you hear me? Mainstream media would have called it a fucking recession in April. When our economy was turning around, we were in a recession. 100% predicted in a recession when Joe was president. Now that we're living in an actual fucking recession, we see it right here. Inflation is at record highs. Somebody said 2 bags of groceries become 1 bag of grocery. Job loss are rolling every single day. Job reports, all the economic indicators are trash, and they're not calling it. Mainstream media is the damn problem.
They suck.
They are the problem.
And they know what they're doing. This is all like mainstream media. It's media manipulation to make people feel a type of way. That's why a lot of people felt like we weren't doing better under Joe Biden. Regardless of the facts, regardless of the numbers, regardless of what people were seeing when they went into the grocery stores, they said, well, I don't feel that way. But the problem is what you're feeling may not be factual. Now you're feeling it and it's factual. Okay? You get what you asked for.
Yeah. We're all feeling it. I mean, even like I said, even people that have stable jobs, people that have money, we're all feeling the crunch of what is happening.
I cannot find this lady on TikTok that was counting cheese slices, telling people not to vote for Kamala. I've been looking for this lady everywhere. She is missing in action. If you find the cheese slice lady, please send her to me.
She was probably Russian.
She was probably yeah.
I have been looking for this lady everywhere.
I want to see how she's feeling. Reality. So I'm getting some updates. I'm not gonna reveal my source, but I'm getting some updates coming in. I know some of you guys are probably on the Twitter looking at the stuff and seeing the bills, but again, it looks like they keep going and it's not. This source says they don't think it's gonna pass.
Yeah, right now it's 4 no's. And they need to flip one of those no's. It's Clyde, Fitzpatrick, Self, and Sparks. Victoria Sparks, that dingbat, said she was going to vote for the procedural. She was going to vote for the final bill, but she wasn't going to vote for the procedural vote. So she is going to be the one that's going to end up flipping because she is crazy as hell. And so, yeah, they got to flip one of these 4. Yeah, she's gonna flip. I mean, Trump is gonna call her and threaten her.
Georgia is going to flip. That's a guarantee flip.
This is a show. I personally think this is a show to extend this to 3 o'clock in the morning, so they could pass this joint at 3 o'clock in the morning when people are sleeping and no one's gonna know. And this is the same shit they've been doing. This is a whole game, a whole reality show. And I'm really tired of being in it because and the thing is, the Jake Shermans and the Salil Kapoor and all these damn reporters, they fall for this shit every time. They're like all up into it. These people are going to flip. This is all a game. This is a Trump
political theater.
It's political theater. And what they want it to be is that, and American people fall for it too, right? They want this to be where we go into the holiday and you have your barbecue and you do your traveling, do whatever you're doing, and you don't even think twice about it. You've lost things you didn't even know you had when you come back to work on Monday and life goes on. That is the whole reason why they want this to pass over the holiday. We are living in such unprecedented times that we had 2 Democratic lawmakers attempted, one who was successfully assassinated in an attempt, okay? On the exact same day that we had 2 Democratic lawmakers under assassination, we had the largest mass protest in the history of our country against a sitting leader in a government ever. And also on that same day, we had the piddling army parade, birthday celebration for Donald Trump that only drew in 10,000 people, but cost the American people $45 million. And that happened less than 2 weeks ago, and no one's even fucking talking about any of it. That is where we are. That is where we are as a country. That is where we are as a people. That is our lack of humanity and awareness. So they know that they can do this on July 3rd, go into the holiday, and the world would not even think or blink twice.
Yep. And the media is the ones that are responsible for this. I am there. Of course, people do the crimes and they do all this shit. They pass these bills, but at the end of the day, the media is so quick to take these stories out of the news that it's like it never happened. And most people are not paying attention to the news. They're not watching the news. Let's be real. They're watching social media, and unless they, depending on their algorithm and how that's shaped up, they don't know what's in this bill. It's going to hit them very hard when the shit actually hits the fan. And people are going to die. People are going to be in the ER for 4 hours. Like people like now 4 hours. That's just gonna be like 40 hours, okay? Because all these immigrants these migrants, these undocumented people, whatever you want to call them, they're not gonna have any kind of Medicaid. They're not gonna have any kind of insurance. Where the hell you think they're gonna go? To the fucking ER.
If there is an ER,
if there is one there, if there is a hospital that's even open in a rural area.
I know, because they might be forcing closures because of the costs, eating all the costs from people who are underinsured or uninsured. So
And
it's
let's
going to
talk
be a
about the
mess.
states. Yeah, let's talk about the states, because guess who's going to bear the burden of the fact that they're not going to have people insured? The states and the local government are now going to have to try to figure out how to subsidize. And when I think about New York, and obviously they had the race last week, but all the things that Mondani wants to do, it could be all derailed if they have to figure out how to use the budget to help to pay for Medicaid for a lot of these people. These people are going to I don't understand what we're doing. Like, this makes no sense. And they're like, oh, if you're able-bodied, okay, what does that mean? Like, who's determining that? Are you gonna have to get a doctor's note? Like, the shit is so vague and it's so frustrating. And and I loved AOC's video today. I mean, not the video, but the video that was on.
I upload it and it didn't upload for me.
Yeah, I thought what she said was really powerful, because you're literally making a deal with the devil. Because you are getting crumbs. Oh, you're gonna get a tax. The standard deduction is gonna go up. Oh, you're gonna be able to get a money for tax. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime, which is basically just a tax deduction now. When the Senate,
but I thought it was capped at 25,000.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make any sense when you're looking at the numbers. We're adding it up. Like, let's say if somebody, and most of the people that I know who work, in these areas, they make at least $127 a day. And let's just say that they get that. Let's say that let's just calculate it per year. $127 a day might equal up to be like $42,000 a year. So they're not going to qualify. It's a lie. And then if they lose their benefits, then what are they going to do? Like, they're eating the extra cost. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scam.
It's a damn scam, because the numbers that they came up with is that you would get like $1,800 for the year, right? Your insurance is worth way more than $1,800 freaking dollars a year. That standard deduction is, and if you buy a new car, you can get a little tax credit. If you have a baby, you can get a little Trump savings. Like, all these little things do not equal up to the shit that the freaking rich are going to get. All those billionaires, they're going to be living it up and getting a whole bunch of money, while the people at the bottom are getting fucking crumbs. That's what they're getting, crumbs. And they're going to sell that shit like they're getting something real big. They're not. And the people in the middle, they're not getting shit either. The overtime thing, they capped that shit. There's like 12,500 for individual. And my husband makes way more than that on overtime. Okay, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. That's another one. It's gonna be like $1,500 a tax credit. Okay, that's not enough. That's not enough for the shit that you're gonna cause to all these people. I'm sorry. I'd rather not get the credit.
Listen, I hate to even say it, but the plan is that there won't be overtime soon. That's their ultimate
Well,
plan.
that's true too in Project 2025.
That's what they delineated out
Fucking
in
bullshit.
Project 2025 is that you won't have the opportunity. You won't work, but you're not going to get compensated for the work at overtime rates. Somebody brought up in the chat about Target, and we got here in loving memory of Targenta Cartwright, Sunrise 1962, Sunset to Hell 2025. I will be using that. Now, when Mitch McConnell's day come, I will call it the Sunset to Hell. When the day comes, the big day comes for who, I will also call that the Sunset to Hell. The Mecca of Mediocrity, a suburban white woman's dream. Arrangements entrusted to Keandria's virtual funeral home. We boycotted Target in mass numbers over what they chose to do regarding DEI. And it was Black, brown, queer people. It was our allies, accomplices, and the people who love us. And it has been extremely successful. Target is launching their big one. Target is launching their big comeback, people. They are planning big. Do y'all know about the big comeback? Do you know Target? Target has a plan to end their boycott. I'm telling you. And let me look. I'm right. I dropped my dang pen. Hold on, let me pick my pen up with my toe.
And what token did they hire?
No. I'm going to tell you, they got a big plan.
Comeback.
So I'm looking at the comments. I'm going to give you the big plan. But let me write down Target video. See, all these videos I got to make. Y'all, the Target plan is they are doing a back to school like 1990s prices. They are going to give you the lowest back to school prices in the country. And they're willing to take a loss on, I'm talking about like $5 crate. I mean, like dirt cheap everything for back to school. They're stocking the stores. They're going to do huge displays. They're going to go balls to the wall with the commercials. They're begging influencers to come on board. They're going to go all out for back to school with these dirt cheap prices as the economy is, inflation is record high in other places, thinking that will get you back in the stores and make it and normalize coming back to Target. Is it going to work? I don't got children. So y'all tell me. I ain't got no.
It's going to get people in the door. It's going to get people in the door.
It might work for some people, but I don't think it's. I mean, honestly, I've been to Target maybe 2 times because that was the only place that had something that I needed, and it be people that look like us in there. I'm just saying.
No. It's gonna be.
I haven't been.
Baby,
I don't know what she is. I don't know who she is.
When I got ready to go to Puerto Rico, I needed shower shoes or water shoes. When I got ready to go to Puerto Rico, I needed them Target workout shorts. I needed stuff, but guess what? I didn't get it. I did without. So I held strong.
Look, I've been fighting Danny tooth and nail to stop him from going into Target. Like, I'm so serious. It's so serious. It was like, took the car keys. I'm not playing. He's not going. I'm very serious about this particular boycott. That's the only thing that I've been successfully boycotting so far. And I'm determined. I'm not going into that red Republican store.
I'm not going back either. Like that would have been my breaking point, and I didn't break. I really did without, because there's a specific type of shirt I even wanted to get that only Target. It's a brand, like it's a really good athletic wear brand. I forget the name of it. See, that's just listen. I have like 30 of these shirts because they're so great, and I like to just throw it on, like move and go. But no, I didn't break. I kept it going. I didn't do it, and so I'm hoping that the boycott holds. Good point here. Jerome took us back to no tax on tips. Most people get their tips in cash, and actually they're anonymizing their taxes. So yeah, not gonna make a difference any damn way. Hopefully it's not gonna happen. And but like in Atlanta, we have very few options. Unfortunately, I think somebody had mentioned like a Five Below. There's no Five Below in my area. Also, we had an Office Depot. They closed down. They're gone. So.
Yeah, I mean, things are, for parents, I'm trying to think where the places that they go to buy school supplies are usually Walmart, Target, and maybe the dollar store. That's where I used to go.
I mean, some people used to go to Old Navy back in the day. Especially kids used to love Aeropostale.
Yeah, I mean clothes you have a little bit more options, but school supplies like
Oh,
like
child,
Staples cost mad money. I'm sorry,
it
I never go
does.
there. So I'm not. Most people go to Target and they go to Walmart, and if
Especially food supplies
they're
and
Go
gonna
to
stuff.
have a
Family
sale.
Dollar.
Yeah,
So
we used to have one. We don't have one
we
anymore.
got to be strong, people. We listen. This is the most successful boycott of my life. Okay, this has been the most successful financial boycott of my life. It has had the record breaking impact and hurt on this company has been astronomical. We have to stay the course, and not only do we have to stay the course, we have to also look at other things that we need to boycott. We're gonna have to hit that. That's the only lever we have.
You
That's
still
it.
got to hit Walmart. Walmart ain't feeling it yet. At
Well,
least not yet.
I mean, we
I
can't.
don't.
You can't boy. I don't think we can boycott. I don't think we can boycott Walmart. I think we gotta be strategic and pick another something in a different sector. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can, you got Target for like that type of a store. We got to go to a different type of thing. Like they were boycotting McDonald's for a week. A week long boycott ain't gonna do shit.
That is
But
not gonna work.
I'm like, boycott McDonald's like we boycott Target. We're not eating it again. You have plenty of, if wherever I see a McDonald's, I see a damn Wendy's, or I see a Burger King, or I at least see a Subway. So those are other options for bad food if you want bad food. And
I'm
that's
just
what I'm
gonna tell
saying.
you
I
right
want to
now,
see
that ain't
us,
gonna happen.
what, boycott McDonald's?
It's not gonna happen. I need my spicy Coke. I'm sorry. That's just not gonna happen.
What is the spicy Coke?
Especially, yes.
What
The
is that?
crazy
What
thing
is
is, did
that?
you know that McDonald's has their own particular formula of Coca-Cola that you cannot get anywhere else? That's
No
the reason
wonder
why
it
they
tastes
took it up.
really damn good. That should
It's
be
I'm
good.
talking
tasty.
about it's acid in a cup. It is a spicy ass cup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But also, there's a lot of people when it comes to McDonald's. Convenience is right around the corner.
Mm.
It's right there. If you ain't got a lot of money, you only got like $6, $7, you can hit you something on the value meal. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm just telling you, that's just not gonna happen. And every time I go to McDonald's, it's wall to wall,
Yeah.
full of
Water
black people,
wall?
wall to wall, full of blacks, Hispanics. Oh, you name it. Okay,
Eat
they
McDonald's.
in it.
So, and you going for the Coke. What else? I don't eat McDonald's. So
And
wait,
they
what?
got the best fries.
No, I don't like them. I ain't never liked them little fries. I
When
like
they're
a
fresh,
crinkle
when
cut
they're
fry.
fresh,
I don't like no little bitty fry. I like a crinkle cut fry.
look,
I like
when they're fresh,
in
yeah,
Atlanta we have American Deli, so I like me an American Deli crinkle cut fry. Fast food fry, I don't like no fast food fry because they too little. I don't like them little skinny fries.
Tiff, when was the last time you had McDonald's? Tell the truth.
I want to say like a month ago.
Okay, that's not awful.
I like McDonald's breakfast. I don't really like the rest of the stuff. I'll
They
go for
do have
my
good
I
breakfast.
remember the breakfast is good. Them hot cakes, and then you have the hash browns.
It's that
Yeah.
McMuffin for me.
See it's the McMuffin. Mine is the sausage McMuffin. I like that, the little sausage burrito, and I gotta get a Coke because that Coke be hitting. It's like a waker. It's like coffee. Just just wakes you up. So yeah, I mean McDonald's is hard. It's a hard thing to do. Yes, I like the chicken nuggets too. If I have to get something for a piece, that's like $1 and some like $2. Yeah, I mean it's not my favorite thing, but it's
Checkers
like you
Valley.
said, it's convenient. Convenience does matter to people. It does.
My ex used to send me to Checkers late at night just to get them nasty fries. I don't. They're too spicy. They're too flavored for me. But people who love them do love those fries.
We don't have Bojangles out here like that. There's somewhere out here, but it's just you gotta
Bojangles.
drive, and I don't feel like doing all of that.
See, everything isn't. Yeah, we don't have any convenient Bojangles in Metro or in Atlanta close to me either. Like they're all further out as well. So okay, kind of getting back. We are approaching that time, and we got 808 viewers. So most of them on the Twitter. We need you to follow us. Look, it's fine. Look, okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how many people. We got 812 folks. 737 of you are watching on Twitter. I know that you're watching and you're keeping up with the bill. That's fine. I need you, if nothing else. You didn't bring your ass over to the YouTube, and that's fine. But what you can do is write this. Can you screenshot it? Can you write it down? Follow.
Zach, you gotta fix mine. It's too raw, too real. That's the old one.
Oh, I'm gonna update it. Just follow us on the YouTube. that is what like we're needing it. We're trying to grow these accounts. We are Twitter doesn't give a shit, not even respect from the actual Elon Musk and the monsters that run the platform while he's there. Before Donald Trump sends him to the alligator Alcatraz. So we really need you to follow us on the YouTube platforms. So that's the least you can do while you've been watching it onto the into the Twitter. So y'all, we're about to continue watching this bill play out. Prayerfully it's dead on arrival.
Well, I'll tell you where it's at right now. So it says Johnson says he will keep the rule vote open, which is right now is 207 to 216. 216 is 212 Democrats and 4 Republicans. So they have 9 people. Well, he's basically 10 short right now. There are 4 that I said they are definitely, we know there are 4 that are not voting for it. They need to flip one of those people, which I assume is Sparks. She's the easiest one to flip. Self said he is not voting for this shit. And yeah, this is going to be very interesting to watch through the night. But like I said, they will cave at 3 o'clock in the morning. I already know how this is going to work out.
They're going to change.
I already see this.
Yep.
So if they don't change, they have to go back to the Senate, right? Mm-hmm. And that's going to extend it even further.
Yep.
What do you mean if they don't change?
I think like if they don't
add any amendments or change anything in it, yeah, it's going to go back to
no. If they pass this bill as is from the Senate, then the bill goes to Trump. But if they make any amendments to it during the amendment process, then they will have to. It has to go back to the Senate.
And that listen, I think that's the best we can hope for today. It goes back to the Senate,
and then the thing is, they got time.
To the Senate, they will extend it. The thing is, if this goes beyond the 4th of July, it will be even bigger trouble for the Republicans because the American people are being very vocal in their dislike and it's catching fire. They know that the 4th of July, tomorrow the shit shuts down for the holiday. Okay, the people they care about, not us. Okay, because we gonna cook out barbecue now. We're gonna do that. Like we're gonna enjoy that. But we really aren't sitting here waving no goddamn flags like we love America. But the people that they care about, they are going balls to the walls with potato salads and raisins and then celebrating bigly time, celebrating America. They got the porches done been set. They done went to Walmart and Target. Hell, they done bought all the red, white, and blue they got. They got pictures. They wearing socks. They're gonna have Yankee Doodle hats. They're gonna have all of it. And those are the people that they're worried about. And so if we can make it past the 4th, those people will be back activated. And as they learn that Meemaw is going to get her legs chopped off because she ain't going to have no health care for the diabetes, we might be able to beat this. So I think the best we can hope for is it goes back.
Yeah, and it may not even go anywhere tonight because these people are not budging, but I know that they will. It's only a matter of time. The thing, what Johnson wants realistically is for this bill to pass as is and it gets to Trump's desk. Will that happen? I don't know at this point, but these folks want changes. The Freedom Caucus is very upset because they specifically said they wanted a specific number of cuts to the amount that is being spent. And they ruined that for them in the Senate. So they are pissed about this. And so this is why they are giving pushback. So whatever deal they are making has to be something that will convince them to be able to vote. And the fact that they are holding the vote, even though they're saying they did not vote, they haven't voted no yet. They are still holding the vote open. My question is, why the hell did you even get to this point in the last vote if you knew you was going to hold it in this vote? Like I feel like they're just playing. They're playing games.
I'm afraid they are.
Like I said, political theater, the whole thing is lights, camera, action. And that's where they're at.
Yeah, and Trump is over there calling people and doing the most. And he'll probably send JD Vance up there with his eyeliner to go tell them to do something. Like, it's a whole shit show. And the fact that Mike Johnson cannot count votes, it drives me insane. Like, this should not happen. Nancy Pelosi would never have this shit happen. Okay, these motherfuckers cannot count. It's embarrassing, but this is what they do, and we'll see where this ends up. But I'm just tired. Yeah, we didn't really discuss that. We discussed that last week. Morgan. we tired. Okay, we're tired.
When did we discuss it, Tiffany?
Huh?
When did we discuss it?
Last week.
So if you go back into, so what you do is look on the page and you go under live. That's it. That's how it's a little bit weird. Go to live, the live. So it says like video shorts live. Go to live and then look at last week's episode. It was a really good episode.
It
really
was
was.
good.
It really
It
was.
painted. Mhm.
It was
Yeah,
good,
I
and a
mean,
lot of people liked it. But I'm just so sick of it. Trump going at him just really just
it
I
pissed me
can't.
off.
I
It
can't
definitely
do it. Like
it made me rally around Mom Donnie. Donald Trump
exactly, and I don't want
man,
to do that. I don't want to be neutral, but motherfuckers ain't like gonna let me be neutral
you
because
can't
You
be.
I
can't.
can't.
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
I
yeah,
you know
It's
I don't have it in me. Like if
come
I
on
see
in.
him, that man, what that man said this morning was disgusting. Okay, what Trump said this morning was horrible. What are you gonna do? These people voted for this man. 500, it was what, 400 something? He got 500 and something thousand votes. Half of them damn votes, more than half, went to him. You
Right.
cannot tell people that you are going to come in and save the city. What the fuck you gonna do, Trump? Your ass can barely make sentences, like my dad said this evening when I talked to
Mhm.
him. Like, and then you're gonna attack this man. You're gonna call him the communist thing. Really, just
it
grates
pissed
me.
me off.
It drives me fucking crazy because people. And the thing is that pisses me off is that Democrats are using that language. They're like, "Oh, he's a commie. He's a communist." You are using Trump's talking points. Are you
Exactly.
insane?
It makes me really question them when they do that. Like you're not
Exactly.
when you sit here and repeat Trump language. It when you even whenever I see so in the content creator groups that we're in, whenever one of them says Dems, oh I make a little note. You ain't real. You one of them.
Dems, liberals, any of those. They
When you
use
say Dems, you one of them. When you say the word Dems, that lets me know who you really are and where you're really getting your news from. And I watch the people that say stuff like, "Well, I just watch Fox News to see what they're saying." Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Shut up. You ain't real. You one of them.
Yeah.
You only here for playing games and show.
Yeah, I'm really not with the whole like communist thing because if you want to call him a socialist, that man is a socialist. He has admitted he's a socialist. But when you
Why
start
not?
using communism and
it's a problem.
that is Trump's scare tactic that he's using. I honestly Mondani gave a really good speech today where he is not afraid of Trump, and I appreciate that about him. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I didn't know if he was gonna be a punk, but I see that he ain't no punk, and he was like he flipped it. He flipped it. He was like, listen, I will be the first immigrant Muslim mayor of New York City, but we need to talk about what's really going on. And Trump, he's doing this and attacking me because he doesn't want to talk about the real problems, which is affordability and the fact that we need to bring down people's rents and we need to be able to, to your point of yesterday when I was watching and your video that you posted about populism. Listen, I don't like that word. We talked about that. I don't like that fucking word. I hate that
Look,
word.
Less than you.
But we can have the affordability conversation
we
about
need to.
what we need, what needs to happen going forward because people can't afford shit.
Exactly. And right now it's going to be that's why I said populism is going to become more popular because people can't afford things. People are going to swing to more socialist ideals because they need help.
I
People
agree.
are struggling right now. And as I said yesterday, people are tired of surviving. They want to thrive. People want something substantive. Somebody wants real change effective right now. They want something they can feel in real time. And honestly, it's resonating with people in New York. I don't understand how people are able to survive out there. Now, right now, even in rural areas, no matter where you're at, blue state, red state, it's hard out here for a pimp. We already know it is.
You're right.
When you're trying to
No, it
make some
is.
money for the rent, you
Listen,
already know. You know what I
they
mean?
about
Mom Donnie is charismatic as
he
hell. But
is.
yeah, I mean, but he is, and I can't deny it. And again, like I didn't know that his real name was Kwame, and he was named after the first Black Ugandan president who was democratically elected. So I mean, we go rally behind him. It just
He's
It,
got
it
my support, child.
his supporters are the problem, and I'll leave it at that for me.
But
yeah,
it's
listen,
more than that. It's a lot of things. It's like a bait and switch. I don't know if y'all been seeing what's going on, but he's been getting a lot of heat from
yeah, well, we knew this
some
was, I mean,
profile
we
folks.
knew this was coming. Like this, listen, a general election, I just want to say this, a general election is not the same as a primary.
Right.
And what is happening now is, listen, the leftists, they really, in most of the places that they run in blue Democratic primaries, AOC, Jamal Bowman, all these folks that are in, these DSA folks, these Justice Democrats, they run in very blue districts. This right now is not if this would have been a very blue mayoral race, Except we have Eric Adams running as an independent, and you have Curtis Beret with that damn red beret, Silva running. He's a Nando. Nobody don't care about him. But Eric Adams is still going to be a thorn in Mamdani's side because he, one, is supported by Trump. Let's be real about this. He is still supported. There is still Republicans. It's 2-1. Democrats definitely have the advantage. There are independents, but then you also have people that are not feeling Mamdani. So this is not going to be a super duper close race. It's not going to be super duper close, but it is not going to be non-competitive. It is going to be competitive. But the thing is that the leftists, they really have not had to deal with Trump head to head. Bernie doesn't get attacked by Trump like that, right?
No.
He's not intimidated, but he is intimidated by Zoran. He is definitely intimidated by that young guy who looks good on camera, who sounds good on camera, and is talking to the people, and he does not like that shit. So he is going to attack him every single day. Though you just see the shit that I see on my timeline of the things that they are saying about that man. And there's no way that I can sit back and just watch it. Like, that's just not who I am, to sit back and just watch it and not say anything. And I fucking hate Trump, and I will always hate Trump. And if you're siding with him, I can't get with it. I just can't get with it.
And that's what Eric Adams has done. And listen, black people, I just don't believe it. I believe that a lot of Donald Trump got people to wear Blacks for Trump shirts. Okay,
Come on.
you can pay people to do anything. These black people are not standing with Eric Adams. I think these people are being paid for the big photo ops and the big opportunities, and that's just not. I don't think Eric Adams is going to be the threat we think he is. I think Mamdani is going to sail to victory, and I think that arguing about it is a waste of our energy. We have bigger things to worry about right now. I think it's going to be okay. Mamdani is going to do it. We're going to see what he can do. We're going to see.
He's going to win. He's going to win.
Once he wins, we're going to see what he does when he gets there.
Right. That's what everybody wants.
And I want him to make a believer out of me. Make me believe. And I will be able to, that I can, I support it. I can say with pride, not because of the man's political affiliation, but because of what he believed in and what he stood for and what he said. I guess like many people would support Mamdani. I support it with all my efforts and all the things and all the resources at my disposal, platform, finances, and otherwise. I support the first person in the state of Georgia to ever get elected to state office or to the state legislator who was a Democratic Socialist candidate. I was one of the first people to support this man, and I helped see him through this election. So if I believe in you and believe in what you're saying, that's going to be right for the people, I'm going to support you. And I think that, what Mamdani wants to do is going to be right. But and that man's name is Gabriel Sanchez. You can go through this YouTube channel. You can find the video I made interviewing him that I then clipped to shit on social media platforms to support Gabriel Sanchez. The reality is, when you get elected, let's see what you do. And so I want to see Mamdani do it. I want to see success come. And I want to see these things that he has put out there happen, but they look a little pie in the sky. And I want to see that pie, as Kenny said, can be baked, right? So with that being said, y'all, we done hit the 1:07. I'm tired as hell. I can't believe I'm able to still speak after speaking so much and talking so much today. And it's a wrap. We'll see you next week. Happy 4th of July, people.
Happy 4th of July.
Love America, but love yourself more. Shit.